The women, 100%. They should do everything. Everything whatsoever should be done by the women. No, I'm not. Okay, hold on. Okay, again, truthfully, sit down with each other and discuss, who does what. Okay, you may have a cleaner, you may not, you may have to do everything yourself, and if you have to do everything yourself, just say you do this and I do this. I don't think, again, there's hard and fast rules about who should do what, but just figure this out. You may do the gardening, your wife may do the hoovering, it's fine.
I think it should be a joint responsibility, obviously depending, if the wife is spending more time at home, then she takes more responsibilities, but everything shouldn't be left to her. It should be a joint responsibility.
No, it should be a split. It should be a fair split. I mean, I shouldn't expect Mahmoud to cook, because if I did expect that, he's not been trained, he's not been taught. You just can't teach yourself how to cook. You need a guide. I can't expect him to just cook for me when no one's taught him. Similarly, I mean, if I didn't know how to iron, I shouldn't be expected to just know how to iron.
I really don't think it's about one person being responsible. It really is a shared task, because I imagine most people watching this, the couple, both people are working, whether full-time or part-time, and so there's not one person at home being a homemaker, as they call them. No, both have responsibilities. But both are working. So you need to share the home chores. The guy needs to get more involved, and I think unfortunately, many guys have been raised by their mothers, not really encourage, or the mothers not encouraging their sons to do housework as they grew up. As a result, the guys they just not get into the habit of it, don't care about it, and when they get married, they bring this mindset to the marriage, and that's problematic.
I think culturally it's very difficult to judge someone else's culture. I know that I've got friends who come from Afghanistan, and over there the women are expected to do all the cooking and housework and everything, but when she's moved here, she's found that her husband's helped her out in cooking, and you know what? Some dishes he cooks better than she does. So I actually just think it's the environment you're in, and culture's very hard, because once again, if it's back home or if it's in the West, two different topics altogether.
I don't think we should, follow the cultures or things like that. We should look at Imam Ali and Bibi Fatima. Those are the couples we need to be aspiring to, exactly. And you can hear stories of Imam Ali helping Bibi Fatima whenever he could, whenever his time allowed him. So I think that's the kind of scene you need to set. And I'm not saying it from the beginning I had that view, but as I've grown into the marriage, I've definitely realized that that's the best way to do it.
There is no sense that a woman has to do a certain thing. But if she's at home and the husband's coming in, he's worked all day, you want to look after your family. You want a clean house and a clean environment. But if he's at home with you, or you're working, and a lot of poorer countries where the women do work as well, you share it. You share the responsibility. It's utterly ridiculous that, the husband expects this, or the culture, and worse still, the daughter-in-law cleans and cooks for the whole family, where they live in a large family.
We split our duties. There's certain things I do, which is most of them, and there's a few things she does, and as long as we're both happy with them, that's how we do it. Do you have, she has nothing to say on this.
I don't even know what to say. I'm going to leave you guys to comment on what you think I should say on this, because if you think that Mahmoud does most of the things, then, well...
And you're right.
Yeah.
Sadiq is very good with the dishwasher, he's very good with the clothes, and he loves hoovering. So the reason why Sadiq is very good with the hoovering and he's very good with the washing is, the clothes washing that is because Sadiq bought the appliances. So he bought the very best hoover that money can buy, and he updates his hoover every couple of years. Maximum, he'll keep it for 2.5 years, that would be a maximum. And then he just feels so much pride when he's hoovering and picking up the dust and thinking this is money worth spent, as is with the washing machine that we got. He doesn't want me to spoil it, and I oblige. You know,
sure you do.
I don't want to spoil it.
Well, I guess in my case, I do the morning routine. So I'll wake Isra up, I'll wake the kids up, get them ready for school, take them to school, then I make my way to work. Most of the time, I also put the kids to sleep. You know, we just thought, what could we do? What could I do better? What could Isra do better? I'm terrible at cooking, so unfortunately, the burden is on Isra. Over time, we found a routine. We found a way of being able to find the right roles for each of us.
Yeah, just like everything, like the wife should be helping out if needed for the finances. Well, then husbands, you help out to do the housework, help out with the kids. They're your kids, it's your house, right? It shouldn't have to be just, this is only done by the wife or this only done by the husband, right? We're living in 2021 now, right? Things are different, things are shared.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as we've said, following the steps of the Ahl al-Bayt, we do things selflessly, and actually it is a jihad to iron, to do anything that you don't necessarily want to do but you do for other people. That's the greatest jihad. So it's actually good to do it because you get endless amounts of thawab, and at the end of the day we are the abd of Allah, we want to serve.
So it's madness that anyone should expect a woman or the daughters or the sisters to do the housework. It is a shared responsibility, and it's not been set out by God who does the housework. Although there is no responsibility on the woman to have to do it, it's not her Islamic duty.
From a Shari'i point of view.
But common sense rules. You're at home, tidy up. There's something on the floor, pick it up. You're hungry, fry an egg.
At the moment, no. Sometimes there has been.
You don't do any housework.
Okay, I do everything, but sometimes in the past it has been whereby when things aren't done, you'd be like, can you do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? But now, I mean, we've been together for a long time, so those things generally don't tend to happen. But if they do, don't let them get to a point where it builds up and like you explode. Have the chat about it early on. That look, this needs doing, this needs doing. Let's get it sorted out.
I think if you're organised with it and you just do a little bit every day and both of you sort of pitch in, and we're getting to the point where now perhaps we should have perhaps got our children helping with us. Yeah. We do quite a lot for them. And I think certainly as I was growing up, I had many chores to do. And I think that collectively, if we do things together, then it shouldn't take over. Sometimes
a couple's circumstances are such that it does put a strain, but that's when you really need to work as a team, work together, and try and help each other to lighten that burden, lighten that strain of the housework, and share it.
And I would say, for the men out there, it's not beneath you. Imam Ali alayhi salam used to help Fatima Zahra alayhi salam, and he was one of the best men ever. There's no lowering of your status. Don't be arrogant about helping your loved one. You would do the same for your mother, I would hope. I mean, if a man watches his mother slave away for him and he does nothing, I have no respect for a man like that. So help your loved ones, and again, the woman, your wife, in return, she will make your life, more comfortable and, happier, more peaceful.